Welcome to Credit Monster, where high limits are achievable and bad credit is beatable. It's your credit educator here once again, legendary Daquan, back in here with another banger. Let's talk about this debit card that acts like a credit card. They call it Extra. Extra is a company that actually is a debit card, but they report your payments like a credit card. I'm explaining how all this work is brand new, never been done before. This is the world's first debit card that reports like a credit card, and I'm gonna break down all the nitty gritty on how it works, and also I'm gonna explain how you can maximize it to build your credit to the highest level using Extra. But before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so we could get our subscriber count up to almost 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the support. Now let's get into the information. Okay, so Extra is a debit card that acts like a credit card without all that bad stuff that you don't like on credit cards, like late payments, interest, or utilization, because each time you use the Extra card, basically it's connected to your checking account already, so they already know what's in your checking account. You use the Extra card instead of your checking account card, right? Your debit card, your regular debit card. You use Extra, and every day they go ahead and pay the balance in full from your checking account, your regular checking account. So, you know, and then it reports to the credit bureaus that you've been paying on time. So you get that on-time payment, which helps you build credit. So this is how Extra work. Basically, when you first sign up to Extra, you have to connect your checking account to the Extra account. Then they send you a debit card, but you could get your account working faster by using their virtual card. Now, your checking account is there to pay whatever you spend on the Extra card. And they don't let you spend more than what's in your checking account because they're taking a look at it every day. And every day, when you use that Extra card, let's say you go to the gas station and use it for 20 bucks and that was all you did for that day, your checking account will go ahead and transfer the money to Extra. Now, you got to keep in mind, it does take 2 to 3 business days for the banks to talk to each other. So, you know, you're going to have those lapses, right? Those delays. But this will help you budget. This will help you keep track of your budgeting and also monitor your spending, and also so you don't spend too much money from your checking account. And it's an extra layer of protection. You know, like I know, if you lose your debit card, that could be devastating, especially if it's fraudulent charges on your debit card. And that is your main bank account where, you know, hopefully you have a multi-checking account system. But if this is your only checking account, your paycheck goes in there, all your money goes in there. So someone that has hands on everything you have, basically, and that is no good. So when you use a credit card or the Extra card instead of your debit card, you're giving yourself an extra layer of protection. You know, when you put your card number in the internet, or you go to the gas station, or you go to an ATM, you could also use it at ATM, by the way. You could get compromised almost anywhere, and if you do with the Extra card, obviously they don't have direct access to your personal checking account. You would just be able to shut off the Extra card and then use your personal checking account card for the time being until you get your new Extra card. But honestly, Extra would just send you a new card right away virtually on the phone. You have a virtual card, so you could start using the Extra card right away and start accumulating transactions so you can have on-time payments, and that will report to your credit report. But I'm gonna give you the real deal, okay? I'm gonna give you the real deal. So how Extra really works is that it's like a charge card, similar to American Express. So really there's no utilization, there's no interest. Like, that's all the bad stuff that we don't want. With no late payments with Extra, you could basically never have a late payment because it's always coming from your checking account. Versus American Express, you can have a late payment, but with Extra is safeguards for you to not have a late payment. But they don't report your line of credit to the credit bureaus. So it's like you just getting on time payments. Now, the real benefit to it is that you have that extra layer of protection. If it was me, I would just basically use the Extra card for either my bills, my bills that come out automatically. I would just use the Extra card for that. And they have a program where you could get rewards and stuff like that. I would just let all my bills run through there, and then let my specific checking account for my bills pay all that off, and I don't even touch that account. My debit cards are in the drawer or in the safe, and I don't, there's no way I could lose them because I know where they at. I can't lose my wallet and then have to order a new debit card from my bank because I know where all my debit cards are. And the thing is, if I lose the Extra card, I still have the virtual card, and they can send me a virtual card right away if I lose the Extra card, and get reimbursed if there's any fraudulent charges, obviously. So it's really great to have the Extra card as a safety mechanism. If you already use a credit card for your everyday expenses or your recurring bills, then Extra might not be too much beneficial to you because you might be getting cash back, you might be getting flight miles, but if you're not, if you're still building credit, if you're new to credit, or if you have bad credit, Extra will be a valuable option to go ahead and transition from using your debit card to using a credit card, even though Extra isn't a credit card, but it's similar to a credit card, right? You just want to get used to transitioning from using your debit card, because you don't want to use your debit card, you want to use a credit card or similar credit card like the Extra card. Okay, so here are some of the things that you need to know about Extra. First of all, it is a fee for the account. Now, as of this recording, there's two types of plans with Extra. There's an $8 fee where you just get the account, you have your debit card, you have your virtual card, and they'll report to the credit bureaus. Or they have a $12 option where they do everything on that first option, but also you get rewards. Now, the rewards are like points. You get points for about every dollar you spend or something like that, and you could use the points in their specific store where they have items that, I looked through the store. It was some good items there. Like, it had a beard kit for my beard, but you could use the points plus whatever money that you want to spend on the item. So the points will give you a discount basically on the item. Another thing that you need to know about Extra is that it only reports to 2 credit bureaus currently. Now, I don't know if they're going to add the third main credit bureau, but right now they only report to Equifax and Experian. Now, TransUnion, I don't know what's up with them, but hopefully Extra could get TransUnion on board. But Equifax and Experian are 2 of the large credit bureaus, especially Experian. It seems like a lot of creditors are checking Experian nowadays, so that is a good look. Another thing is you could use the card ASAP. You do have to go through a verification process. They need your social just to make sure that you are who you say you are. They are not running a credit check. Again, there's no credit check for this, but they do need to know who you are, and they do need your information to report to the credit bureaus. So you do have to go through the verification process, take a selfie, show your ID, and then they'll extend more what they call spend points, which is your line of credit, which you could use, and then your checking account pays it off that same day. But like I said, it takes about 2 to 3 business days for the communication to happen between the institutions. So also keep that in mind. Do not I repeat, I advise you highly that you do not use your debit card and the extra card at the same time, because then you're going to put yourself in a hole, just like if you used your credit cards and use your debit cards at the same time when the debit card was supposed to pay the credit card. That's another video, but don't do that. It's like double dipping. You're going to mess yourself up. But that is everything you need to know about Extra. Well, the main points at least. You know, I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to check it out yourself. And even if you want to sign up, you could go ahead on the link in the description. I'm gonna have another video right here, which is another great credit card that will allow you to obtain it with no credit check. It's called Open Skies. You don't want to miss it. Just click on this next video and I'll catch you there. Peace.